I do this because I love it, and I love to be creative, and the things that I feel most excited about are things that just, they speak to you, they talk back to you when you read them. And so I wasn't really having that kind of relationship with these characters until I read Blue Crush. And then that was the one where I said, no, this girl I can totally relate to, because though I'd never surfed before, like I'd never touched a surfboard in my life, like I knew what it felt like to want something so badly and to have a dream, and yet also to have all these doubts and insecurities and fears, and just understanding that type of coming of age story, and that affinity with her was like I always say, like that movie for me almost feels like an artistic like organ for me. Like that was like my heart. That was the first thing that sort of started pumping all the blood for everything else.
Do you still surf?
I do, but not often, because I don't get the opportunity so often. And it was, it's funny. I had to learn how to surf, which is one of the steepest learning curves in any sport. I think it's that and ballet are the two most difficult sports to master very quickly. And that was an insane amount of pressure for like an 18-year-old to be hired as her first lead from like Brian Grazer, Imagine Entertainment, Universal Pictures. Like, I fought for this role because clearly they wanted to hire a real surf person, and I convinced them that I could do it. And then all of a sudden I was on the North Shore in 30-foot waves thinking like, I don't know if I can do this actually, but there was just one moment I had of like having a wobble, and then I just like clicked in, because I thought if you go there, like you're just gonna freak out. So I just like put on blinders and just completely like I became that person. It was like the #1 movie in which I became probably most method, where I like just became a surf girl in that movie.